What's up, y'all? Welcome to the cold call flowchart module. So what we're doing here is we are helping you remove any fear and uncertainty from your cold calls. Because what happens is we are afraid as human beings of what? The unknown. Exactly. So what we want to do with the cold calling flowchart is we want to define every potential outcome there is as we're making cold calls. That way it makes it way less scary. If you think about it, there's only a set number of ways a call can actually go. You're only going to get a set amount of the same objections every single time. They don't change. It's not like you're cold calling for a company and a new objection gets invented. No, there's probably 6 to 8 objections you're going to get routinely, and probably 10 to 12 ways total a cold call can go. What's beautiful about this is you can actually define what paths a cold call can go so that you're always prepared to take the cold call there. The goal of the cold call flowchart is to give you that framework, that design, so that you've already mapped out every single possible scenario you're going to run into in a cold call, and you already have a talk track for that exact scenario. So the way this works is first up here on the top left, before we even start calling, guys, we need to get our mindset right. First things first, we are calm calling, not cold calling, calm calling. If you've done the Josh Braun training module, then you'll know what this is about. This is all about how we present ourselves. Let's be calm. We're not these high anxiety cold callers. Book a meeting with me. No. Y'all, we're chill. We're cool. We don't need you to book a meeting with us. We're just here to add value. And if that's not something you're interested in, that's okay, because I have a bunch more leads I'm going to go call. Second thing is we're detaching. We can only control 3 things: who we call, what we say, and how we say it. Can't make them book a meeting with us. We can't make them sign up. We can't force anyone to do anything. We can't control whether they're in a meeting, whether there's a priority to them or not. Now, we can influence everything. We can't control it though. So detach, let it go. Last, smile. Your prospects can feel it. It's so easy when you're just dialing all day to get back into like that grind set mode where you're a robot. And the more you can free yourself of that, the more genuine combos you're going to have. Everything through the phone is felt. And so you have to think about, how is my voice, my presence, my tone making my prospect feel? So before we even go into cold calls, we got to get our mindset right. That's why this is at the top left here. Over on the right are just reminders about cold call techniques. You can put whatever you want here when you're building your own flowchart. You can throw battle cards up here, whatever's helpful. But let's get into the actual cold call flow chart. So the point of this is to be a step-by-step path of what happens if. If they say this, then say this. Almost like a choose your adventure, right? So at the company that I made this at, we had a very consistent talk track because we were 99% of the time catching a gatekeeper. So it's pretty easy for us to define like, okay, cool. We're always going to hit a gatekeeper. They're going to say this. We want to say this. They typically say this. And then we say this. Now they're going to give us one of 3 paths. So when you call a gatekeeper, hey, can I talk to so-and-so? They're going to give you 3 options. 1, oh no, they're unavailable. Okay, cool. What do we say then? Well, let's say this. Let's try to retarget and go find the right person to talk to, or let's confirm the importance of what we're talking about. Okay, let's say they say, yeah, sure, I'll send you through to their voicemail system. They're not available right now, but you can leave them a voicemail. Sweet. We've got 2 voicemail scripts right in here, ready to go. Or the third outcome, if you think about it, only 3 things are going to happen when you talk to a gatekeeper. The person they say is unavailable, they won't connect you. They'll have you leave a voicemail, or they'll send you through. I mean, there is a 4th option, they hang up, but then you just call back. So this is what I mean. All that uncertainty of the unknown of, oh no, what if they say this? What if they say that? Y'all, you can actually track pretty easily what they are going to say and then build what if scenarios for each one. So in this case, once we got through to the decision maker, we would have 2 pitch approaches, and you could choose whichever one you wanted to do. And after you pitch, you're going to get the certain set of objections. So we learned we were always going to get one of these 6 objections if we got the decision maker. So what did we do? Well, we got with our team, managers, all of it, and we worked on responses so that every single time we hit one of these tracks, we had a response there ready to go. So what you need to do is get together with your team and go through all the possible scenarios, that the objection scenarios, and help each other write some responses and get your manager's approval and feedback as well. So that way, every single time you hit an objection, you've got something good to go right in front of your face. Now, these objection handles will always end in certain scenarios as well. Yours will be different depending on the company you're at, but we would always just go ask for the meeting after that. And then one of two things would happen. They would say yes, or they would say no. And then we would handle that accordingly, right? So the point is that with your team, you should be able to go through and build out this flow chart of every possible scenario that's going to happen while you're cold calling. Now, if you're new, I would encourage you to go listen to call recordings of your teammates who are already there and build this on your own first, then bring it to them and say, hey, I've been building this. It's just going to help me kind of get started on my cold calls. Do you have any feedback here? Is anything missing? Are there any scenarios here that I'm not thinking of? And then you can work with them on the responses to each scenario. Then you bring that to your manager and you say, hey, manager, I know I'm new here, but I wanted to put this together. This might help some of the other new hires. It's just helping me put my arms around every potential scenario I'm going to run into while cold calling and making sure I'm equipped with a response and objection handle, whatever. They're going to be super impressed, and it's actually going to help your team a lot. So if you are the first SDR at the company and you don't have call recordings, do this with the AEs. If there's no AEs and you're literally just like the first sales hire, then just get on the phones and start documenting. Start filling this chart out. Like, okay, cool. I made that call. Here's what happened. I don't have anything for that scenario. I'll come back to it later. Make my next call. Oh, this thing happened. I don't have anything documented for that. Over time, within a week, you can have this thing perfectly dialed in to where now every single cold call you make, you are prepared, and you're never going to feel lost, scared, insecure if you have the framework in front of you. So what I want y'all to do is I want you to go into the link, copy this template, fill it out for yourself. And when it's done, feel free to drop it into the SDR School Slack chat where you can get feedback from your peers, and we can all help each other out with this. Let's go.